In a quiet village surrounded by green mountains and dense forests, lived a young man with an insatiable thirst for knowledge. He had heard about a wise man who lived deep in the forest, and his desire to understand the true value of human life led him to seek out this sage. After a long journey, he finally found the sage, sitting serenely by a river. "What are you seeking, young man?" the sage asked, with a piercing yet gentle gaze. "Sir, please, tell me what is the true value of human life," the young man said, full of hope and curiosity. The sage, with an enigmatic smile, handed the young man a seemingly ordinary stone that glowed softly in the sunlight. "Before I answer, I want you to discover the value of this stone. Go to the village and show it to different people. But remember, under no circumstances should you sell the stone." Confused but determined, the young man set off for the village. His first stop was at the market, where he found a fruit seller. "How much would you pay for this stone?" he asked, showing the stone to the vendor. The vendor took the stone, examined it for a moment, and said, "I'll give you 3 apples for it." The young man thanked him and moved on to the next stop, a vegetable vendor. "What do you think this stone is worth?" he asked. The vegetable vendor held the stone, looked at it carefully, and replied, "I'll give you a sack of carrots for it." Still not understanding the true value of the stone, the young man continued his search. He then entered the shop of a jeweler, known for his skill in appraising precious stones. The jeweler was immediately fascinated by the stone and said, "I'll give you 5,000 silver coins for this stone." Surprised by the offer, the young man refused and explained that he could not sell it. The jeweler then increased his offer to 50,000 silver coins. Even so, the young man kept his promise not to sell the stone. Finally, the young man arrived at the shop of a gemstone merchant, renowned throughout the region for his ability to identify rare gems. The merchant was awestruck by the stone and carefully placed it on a red velvet cloth. With a look of reverence, he said, "This stone is priceless. There is no amount of gold or silver that can buy something so precious." Confused, but also enlightened by the different responses, the young man returned to the sage in the forest and recounted all the experiences he had in the village. "Sir, please now tell me, what is the true value of human life?" The sage, with a gentle smile, replied, "My young friend, the stone you carried was valued in very different ways by each person you encountered. The fruit seller valued it based on what he knew, as did the vegetable vendor and the jeweler. But it was the gemstone merchant, with his knowledge and understanding, who recognized its true value. Human life is much like this stone. You are a precious gem, but the people around you will value you according to their own understanding, knowledge, and perception. The true value of life is not determined by how others see you, but by how you see and value yourself. Do not let others define your worth. Recognize your own preciousness and know that, eventually, the world will also see your true value." As the young man reflected on the sage's words, he began to grasp the depth of the lesson. However, the story did not end there. The sage, realizing that the young man still had more to learn, decided to guide him on a journey of self-discovery and overcoming challenges. "The path to understanding the true value of life is long and full of challenges," said the sage. "But I am here to help you find your own worth. Let's start with a simple, yet important task." The sage handed the young man a notebook and a pen. "Over the next few weeks, I want you to write down all your experiences, thoughts, and feelings. Do not leave anything out. This journal will be a mirror to your soul." Now more determined than ever, the young man began writing diligently. He recorded his doubts, fears, dreams, and moments of joy. With each page, he got to know himself better and started to understand what truly mattered to him. One day, while writing in his journal by the river, the young man came across a group of children trying to build an improvised bridge to cross a small stream. The bridge, made of branches and stones, was about to collapse. Without a second thought, he stood up and helped the children, using his knowledge and strength to build a more solid structure. Seeing the joy and gratitude on the children's faces, the young man felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He realized that his value also lay in helping others and making a difference in the lives of those around him. The sage, observing from a distance, smiled with pride. "You are beginning to understand," he said. "The true value of life is not just in how we are perceived, but in how we impact the world and the people around us. Every act of kindness, every effort to improve the lives of others, increases our own value." As time went on, the young man faced various challenges. He helped villagers resolve conflicts, taught children how to read, and wrote poetry that touched people's hearts. With each experience, he discovered a little more about himself and his true worth. One day, while walking through the forest, the young man encountered an old man who was lost and injured. Without hesitation, he carried the old man back to the village and tended to his wounds. The old man, who turned out to be a sage from a distant land, blessed the young man and offered him an ancient amulet as a symbol of gratitude. "The value of this amulet is incalculable," said the old man. "But its true worth lies in the kindness and compassion you have shown. You saved me without expecting anything in return, and that reveals the true value of your soul." Returning to the forest to meet the sage once more, the young man realized he had profoundly changed. He understood that his value was not measured by material possessions or recognition, but by his actions, his integrity, and his capacity to love and help others. The sage, seeing the young man's transformation, said, "You have learned a valuable lesson. The true value of life is a reflection of how we live, the choices we make, and the impact we leave on the world. Continue this way, my young friend, and your worth will always be recognized, not just by others, but by yourself." And so, the young man went on his way, living a life full of purpose, love, and wisdom. He knew that regardless of the challenges he faced, his true value lay in his heart and actions, and that he would never forget. Human life is like a rare jewel, with an inestimable value often not recognized by others at first glance. Just like the young man in the story, we too face various evaluations and opinions throughout our lives. Different people, with their own perspectives and knowledge, will try to assign us value based on their own limitations. However, the true value of our life is not determined by how others see us, but by how we see and value ourselves. Each of us has unique talents, special abilities, and an infinite capacity to positively impact the world around us. Our true essence is revealed in the actions we take, the compassion we show, and the integrity with which we live. In our everyday reality, it's easy to feel underestimated or judged by others' standards. But remember, you are the only one who can truly determine your value. Don't let external opinions define who you are or what you can achieve. Value yourself. Recognize your own qualities and potential. Find opportunities to help others, like the young man who helped the children build the bridge or took care of the injured old man. Small acts of kindness and service can reveal the true preciousness of your soul. By doing so, you not only transform the lives of those around you, but also discover a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. When you face challenges, use them as opportunities to grow and strengthen yourself. Every obstacle overcome is a testament to your worth and resilience. Have confidence in yourself and know that eventually, the world will also recognize your true value. In summary, value yourself, live with integrity, help others, and never let anyone define your worth. You are priceless, and your life has a unique and irreplaceable impact on the world. Believe in yourself and your potential, and live each day with the certainty that you are a rare and precious gem. If you enjoyed the story and it resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next videos. So, until the next video.